Live. It's very simple. Click, 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 preparing to live stream. And we are live, just waiting for the commercial to clear. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. I'm Novice Quads, and this is Herman, Phantom Flight. There we go. All right, I have to just adjust my window and on time.
Yeah.
There's Curtis and Paul. They must have gotten the alerts. I know Curtis said he would be running late. What's up, Paul? How are you? Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys.
Hanging. I'm just still rocking the generators, and my internet's been going on and off. So if all of a sudden I disappear,
that was a rush.
My internet and cable have been going on and off and on and off. So
what's up, Curtis? Well, we've been having a few brownouts here in New York as well. Yesterday, power went off for 22 minutes in my neighborhood on one side of my neighborhood, and then for 3 minutes on the other side. Guess which side I live on?
20. I'd take 22 minutes. My power's been off since 8 o'clock last night.
Wow. See, that's the only advantage to living in certain city areas, because I can't say suburban, because Herman says where I live is not suburban.
But, well, we got hit really hard by some storms, and there's much more damage in other areas, other smaller cities around us, like just devastated, and so I'm sure they got their hands full.
What's up, Curtis? How are you? I thought you would be running late, and you're
well, I told my daughter, I says, hey, I can't be late for those guys. There's absolutely no way. So we took her to work early.
That's why he's the wizard.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it very much. Eddie, you got time to get on real quick?
Hey, Eddie Nunez. How's it going?
If you got time to get on, I will send you an email just in case you do. Hold on.
There's certain places out here in the city that, like when we had the remnants of Sandy. Like where I live at, I'm right in the middle of Brooklyn. And in this area here, all of our utilities are underground. And we're far from the coastal water. So we didn't get hit with all that water and the floods like the people who live in Canarsie, and then where they have.
And where I live, 4 blocks from the Atlantic Ocean.
Their utilities are above on the pole, coming off the pole into the house.
Okay.
Everything that I have, telephone, electricity, everything is going in from the street, underneath the street. Whereas that in certain areas, they have it coming off of a pole into the house.
Out here where I live, everything is on pole.
When they get storms, they get hit the worst.
Yeah.
Because it knocks some of those lines off the pole, or trees fall on it and stuff like that. And that's why we get a lot of outages that way.
Everything here is on poles.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing out here where I live.
You would think with all the trees that we have that we wouldn't have that problem. We would finally have it figured out. But
well, if from what I understand, in Florida, everything's underground. Your cable, your lighting, everything is underground. And that's why they can withstand and rebuild so quickly after those hurricanes. They just rip out a new line and they're ready to start working again. Curtis, what's good with you, man? How are you?
So I've actually got a bit of a story for you guys today, a cautionary tale, if you will. The other night, I mentioned that I was going to go out and do a live stream out at a lake fair. We have a little here in Olympia, Washington. We bring a carnival in and stuff like that, and I decided and there's a Capitol Lake which runs right beside it, and that feeds into Bud Inlet. So it's a spot where fresh water and salt water actually meet. And there's a small little dam there. It's a nice little place. It's a quaint little town, just as, you know. But anyway, so I went up in the air and I was flying around, and I was half a mile away from where the carnival was. I was on the other side of the lake, essentially. And I had my phone set up, and I had my drone up in the air, and you could hear this cover band that was playing in the background. And I kept thinking, you know, the songs that they're doing, like they would take country songs and turn them into rock songs, and rock songs and turn them into country songs. I'm listening to it the whole time, and I'm talking during the stream, trying to somewhat cover it up. But I'm thinking, you know, YouTube is going to grab this, but maybe not. I had the volume turned down, and kind of blew it off. No big deal. And there was a couple of songs. There was a Van Halen's "Running with the Devil" that came on, and it was clear what it was. It was right. There was no hiding that riff. But then later on in the video, at about 33 minutes into the video, some obscure song that to this minute I can't figure out what it is. I got a copyright notice on my YouTube channel for that song.
Wow!
And who owns that song? Now I went back and I listened to this thing. And I cannot for the life of me figure out even the chord progression. I'm a guitar player. And one of the things that you do as a cover band is you learn how to play songs by listening to the songs. You go, okay, that's a G, that's an F, and you figure out how to play the song, and then you go play live. Right. I can't even figure out. So I'm going to put the link in the chat down here if anybody wants to go over there and check this out. And just the stupidity of it. It's a cover band, and they're not even playing the songs. Like the "Running with the Devil" version that they played was like an abbreviated version. It was like an intro, chorus, and that was it. And then they went right into another song. So how any algorithm is picking up on that is beyond me. Here's the link if you guys want to check it out. There are a few songs you can pick out, but the one they picked out is at the 33-minute mark, and it runs from 33 minutes to 36 minutes. Now, the difference in a copyright notice and a copyright hit are different. A copyright hit means you get basically a strike against your channel. In a copyright notice, the owner of the music says, hey, it's okay. It's our music. If you monetize this video, we'll split the difference.
Right.
We'll share the profits.
Right.
And I'm not opposed to that. I think that's actually a really cool thing, which opens up some opportunities down the road if they would make this possible, because then we could take popular music, we could use it in our videos and just split. I think the artist should get paid. I have no problem with that. But where they're finding this song that is so low in the mix, it's so hard to hear this thing. It's amazing. I know Lawrence is listening to it right now, so we'll talk and just kind of keep this going. But it's amazing to me that they're somehow figuring out, oh, this is our song and we own this. And you know, they could have been. You know, they could have been buttheads. They could have said, oh, we're going to put a strike against your channel. It was never my intention to play this music on the channel. It was just something I was just kind of hanging out and flying my drone around, and the music got caught. I hear all the time stories about vloggers that will be vlogging. They walk into a restaurant and there's some music playing and they get a copyright strike because the music is in the background. I personally think that's unnecessary.
Dude, I couldn't hear crap.
Exactly, and I watched it, and honestly, you really can't make out anything.
I have good speakers. Herman has even better speakers than me, and all I made out was a bass line, do doom doom doom, and it went black. How they distinguish a song out of that? But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't try this. I have Shazam. Okay, Shazam is that music listening program. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, this program, Shazam, okay, put it in your phone and put it to the speaker, and if it doesn't recognize it, they're bullshitting you.
Well, they have to know something. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna pull it up again.
Go ahead and do that. That'd be fun.
And pull it up again and show you what Shazam finds.
Okay. Mute your speakers, and then we'll sit here and just kind of cover this as we go along. Yeah, meanwhile, while you're doing that
happened because it just was a piece of the song and not that you did a video with the whole song. Why they did that?
I honestly don't know. Let me. I want to screenshot the email, and I'm going to share it.
The most interesting part of it, Curtis, is the fact that it wasn't that you shot an entire band performance. You had a cover band who was doing snippets that you had no control over what snippets they were singing, and it just got caught in the mix.
I never even took a photograph of the band.
Right. I saw
I had nothing to do with the band at all. So that continues to just blow my mind.
Right. Well, Mia wants to go out in the heat very bad.
But you know what, Curtis? What I want to say is that, yeah, what you said?
Let me throw this screenshot up here in just a second. Let me see, where is it so I can find it. Oh, come on. There it is.
Found it?
1 second. Yeah, found it. I'll put it up. It is right here. Here's the email that I got for anybody that wants to check it out.
Okay, it's from YouTube.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Shazam says no result. No results found. Okay.
Because you probably can't hear it.
This thing, it probably couldn't, but this thing picks up songs within seconds. And I mean stuff that you may have never thought someone heard of, or have, how would you say, copyrighted. If they have it in their system, it's documented somewhere.
Okay, Curtis, the reason why I asked you this is that
I've never got that message.
Ken Aaron on his show does this little segment with his co-host when he has
right, bird is the word. Bird, yeah, right.
He does a 1 second song.
Right.
And he'll play 1 second of all these different songs, and he says that he gets around the copyright strike with this.
There's some kind of, so there's on like videos, there's a time, we should have Andrew on for this. I honestly swear. I've read a lot about this, and I've been worried about it because I'm going to stop sharing this because hopefully you guys have seen this by now and read through it.
Yeah.
There's a fair use thing. In other words, if it's in the news or if you're using it in a parody, or we used a snippet from Top Gun or something as part of an intro, where we're making a parody out of it. There's a fair use part of it. In this particular case, though, the music was not part of the performance or it was part of the video, but it was not it was an unintended consequence of doing what I did.
Right.
The end result is this is their sandbox. They can do whatever they want. My reason for bringing this up is to point out to other YouTubers and other vloggers and other folks that are watching us right now,
playing in the background,
is be very cautious of what's happening in the background. You very well could get a copyright notice or a copyright hit so easily. And
Curtis, is there a mic? Do they make a mic? Like, remember back in the old war days, they used to have those little throat mics where they would talk and you didn't hear the engine noise, you didn't hear anything else. Do they make something of quality like that you could use when you're doing your live streams?
Yes, they do that, and they're not very expensive. It's similar to what this mic does, where it literally takes the cone of everything that's coming from this direction, nothing from here, nothing from back here, just straight on is what you get.
Okay.
But who knew that would be an issue is my point. I was just out flying, just doing what I do. Well, I had no idea there was even a band there.
I would appreciate it if you would post it again, only because I want people to still listen to the stream, but to listen to this video later and see if they can distinguish what song this is. I do hear a bass line, but it's not enough to distinguish anything.
There's other parts in the video where you can make out some songs, but as I pointed out,
I could see them hitting you in other parts of the video. And if you can explain to the people that just got here a little late what's going on, how you got a copyright strike, and
it's not a strike, it's a copyright notification.
Okay, yes. It's just a tap on the hand.
And let's go over here, visit your copyright page. I want to take one other screenshot for you guys. Print screen. And I'll share this with you. Give me just a second to crop it down just to the relevant stuff.
And what Curtis is talking about, he was flying somewhere and there was a band playing their versions of songs. Everyone has their own rendition of a song, and he got a little tap on the hand for a part of the video that's indistinguishable. I think at least on my end.
Yeah, so I listened to it too, and I couldn't make out what it was.
Because I went, you said it started at 3:33. I went back to 3:28, and I listened, and I listened, and I saw the mark 3:33, and I'm listening, and I'm like, huh? You know? But anyway, how are you guys? Drone pull, drone RC life. Did any of you guys get a chance to fly today? Because if you're in the East Coast, I doubt it very much. Wow. Today, the temperature hit a high. What happened, Herman?
It all depends on what you can stand.
That's true, because today it was 97 degrees and it felt like 107.
So here's the reference. This is the on my YouTube creator studio. Strangely enough, I have enough subscribers, but not enough minutes to monetize my channel. But it says you can monetize this video.
Because then if you monetize it, they will get paid from it too.
Right. Copyright content was found in your video. The claimant allowed their content to be used on your YouTube video. You might also be able to monetize your video by sharing revenue with the claimant.
Now, the claimant is Cobalt Music Publishing on the bottom there.
Yeah. So content, Red Dirt Road music. And here's where the match is 32.29 minute, 32 minutes, 29 seconds to 36 minutes. And then
but I hear you talking. I hear you talking, and well, you let everyone decide for themselves. But I think that they're just shitting on your leg. They're pissing on your leg right now.
Well, I 100% agree.
And
I want to leave this up just for a minute, guys, so everybody can read through this, and then we'll jump back in.
Now, it's not like a copyright strike. Like I've gotten copyright strikes, but they're not really strikes. They're more of a pat on the hand. If the person allows you to use their music, you will both be paid for it. I've gotten those.
That's what this is. This is a copyright. This is a copyright notice. It's different than a copyright strike.
Right. It's completely different.
Yeah, you're totally in good standing. There's no marks against you on YouTube or anything like that. My point being is this is not so bad for me.
Oh, it shows you where you can play the match right there.
Yeah, right down here at the bottom where it says details, content. So on the bottom right-hand or left-hand side where it says details, content, go further down, Red Dirt Road music composition. You'll see right there it says play match. I don't know if you can see my cursor going around it, but
yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Yeah.
So I can click on that and go right to the spot, and I could not make out what song that was.
Dude, I started listening from 28, and that's beyond me.
Okay, I'm going to take this off here and stop sharing so we can. I don't mean to derail the convo or what you guys had planned, but
no, that's informative. Something like that is informative because someone may or may not know how to handle it. I mean, a lot of guys on here play copyrighted music and they don't understand the severity of it, you know. And I mean, it's cool before you monetize, but once you become monetized, that can affect you.
Yep.
In the long runs, that can decide whether out of 56 cents you get 35 or 15.
Right. So I put the link in there a couple times so you guys can check this out for yourselves. I would assume that if it was more prevalent and more audible as far as to what the song was, I bet you the hit would have been bigger.
The temperatures are hot there too, huh, drone pool?
Possibility, Curtis.
Yeah.
Now, if you took some crime audio editing software and filtered out your voice and raised the music and got rid of a lot of noise, maybe you could figure something out, but damn.
Just as an algorithm listening to this thing, I don't know how they did it, but yeah, I can put it in. I've got some recording software. I can take my voice out entirely and bump up the volume and cut in an EQ, pulled out the low end so I can hear clearly what's being played.
Well, here's something.
Take me about 30 minutes, but still.
Here's something strange that happened to me. As far as I got a copyright strike on a video, right? Now, the video, the music that I used, I know was free music because I got the music from here on YouTube. But I had got a copyright strike on my video. And here's how it's funny, because the copyright strike I got was The guy took my video footage, my drone footage, and put it to 50 Cent's music. 50 Cent, a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
So he put it to that music. So now when they look at my video, they say, you have a copyright strike against your video. So I had sent a request for him to take the video down, and that's still pending.
Yeah, I remember that because I told you about the time when you see like there's certain channels, they run into some of these people on some of the live streams that'll have the only content that's on their channel is other people's videos.
Yes, yes. And since they started that copyright thing, you guys saw Ken Herron's video about the copyright, I'm sure. And Paul, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the ship video finder.
But I thought it was strange that I was monetized and making money off of this video. This video has over 1,000 views, by the way. Okay, so people are watching it.
That's what, 15 cents?
All of a sudden, it goes from being watched to freaking copyright strike. What happened?
Well, wouldn't you think that the average intelligent, and I use that word intelligent loosely, because we all know that's not true, but the average intelligent person that it represents or has copyright ability on and music would just sign a blanket waiver. Go ahead and use it, guys, but just you're going to share it with us.
Yeah.
It sounds good on paper, Paul.
Yeah, Paul, but you know what it is? People start getting into certain things, and like, you know, there's other artists out there that have music that they won't allow certain people to use their music to sample it or anything like that because they don't want their image tied to that.
Yeah, I get that, Herman, but it comes down to it's not an intelligent move. That's an ego move. That's not intelligent.
No, I get that, but you still have it.
Well, you don't want. Well, let's go for the extreme thing here, and I'm going to back up the artist on this one. Let's go for the extreme side of that. Let's just say a religious band has released a song, and it's very, very popular, and people are buying it, and a porn star decides to use it in her video.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know, they don't want to be tied to that. They don't want their music associated with that. So I understand. I understand that. But the problem is, it's just like the everyday user. It's 99% of the time, it's just the everyday user that's out there just making a video, probably not even making money. If we are, it's 200 views. It's a nickel we get.
Right. Exactly.
Why is this really such an issue for everybody? Why can't it be, hey, you know what? You're gonna make a nickel. I get 2.5 cents. You get 2.5 cents.
Well, see, the same thing applies. If you guys may not notice out there, but the same thing applies. You see this cup? If I had a Pepsi sign on it, okay, I could get a copyright strike because I didn't click a button that says there's paid and or non-paid advertising. Like the way Ed McMahon has Tim Hortons in the back. the same exact thing. If he were trying,
ladies and gentlemen, the Ed McMahon of live YouTube shows has joined us this evening. Please welcome Mr. Paul Murray.
There we go.
Don't egg him on. This is his cover because he doesn't like to be known as the Wizard of Zoom.
You want to know what? To be honest, Kurt, that's better than being the Wizard of Oz because we all know what happened in Oz.
That's right.
Everybody was high on acid because you saw little people, green people, animals talked. Everyone had to be high in the Wizard of Oz. You can't.
I thought that was actually a happy ending. You mean it wasn't a good ending? Oh, geez.
Al Diaz says his sister lives in New York City, says she's been in the house the last few days. Well, we've been having a heat wave the last 3 days.
Join the club.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, I've been kind of cold. It was 52 yesterday.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, really?
It's 65 today.
Oh, geez. You're really struggling over there.
Do you guys are you sure you want to have this meetup in Philadelphia, or do you want to come meet in Seattle?
You know what's funny about that? If you came out here, you'd be dying from this heat.
It's true. It'd be like a wilted flower, dude.
Herman, with all due respect, my brother, I was raised in Texas, Wichita Falls.
Oh, okay. All right. Big dog here. So that's fun.
You know what?
Job opportunities presented themselves out here, and I moved out here.
I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm hoping you can. But right now it says 98. It was just an hour ago. It said 97 degrees and felt like 107. Now it's saying 98 degrees and it feels like 104.
Okay, so it's cooling down.
Going into the night. So
Herman's looking on the positive side. It's cooling down, Herman says.
It is, dude.
It was feeling like, okay, like, oh, wait a minute.
What happened?
Wow. It's not cooling down over here.
So my buddy up Coast to Coast Jones, he's getting 81 up in Everett.
Well, see, I live 4 blocks.
Well, I'm down at the water level too.
I live 4 blocks from the ocean. So for it to be hotter here than it is further inland is very strange. But
okay, here we go. It's cooling down.
What is the temperature where you are in Brooklyn? Now keep in mind, Herman is like maybe a 40-minute ride from me by car.
It's 97 and it feels like 109. Yeah.
Because he's further inland. What happened to Justin? He was there and now he's gone.
There and gone.
Anyway, Kurt, Coast to Coast said his wife and him could not hear any distinguishable song. So who knows? Then maybe they're pulling your leg. Maybe if I get on a guitar and go doom 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 doom, I could get someone on a copyright infringement too.
Possibly.
So for me, I'm not worried about it. My point in bringing this up is that folks
that people know
do content on YouTube, you guys should be aware of this.
Right.
For the longest time, when I first started YouTube, I'd go to like Audio Jungle and just license music and use it. And then one time I got a copyright hit on it, and I was like, what? So I contacted the artist and he goes, oh yeah, we pay for this service to go look for our music. And then they put a copyright hit on it. I go, I paid you for the use of it. He goes, oh, I know, I'm going to get it removed. I go, that makes no sense though.
Right.
Why you want, I paid you, you know who I am. You have my name. Why didn't you just put me on a list to say, hey, this guy has my song and has permission to use it? Oh, it doesn't work that way. Well, it certainly should, because I'm not buying anything else from you.
Yeah, plain and simple.
And he's like, well, you know, you need to respect the artist. I was like, see ya. And I haven't bought anything else from him. But my other point is a lot of people will upload stuff to YouTube and they won't go into the creator studio.
You're low, Justin, on volume.
They won't go into the creator studio and check and see if they've got an issue.
Right.
Yes, is Justin with us, or?
Yeah, he's here.
The Zoom is not working with my computer. Doesn't like Zoom.
Okay, on the left-hand side, there's where it says mute down at the bottom.
Yeah.
There's an up arrow. Click that up arrow and make sure that you've chosen the right microphone that you want to use.
See, the Wizard of Zoom.
Yeah. Is there a way that he can increase the volume from there too, or no?
He'll need to increase it in his computer. Which mic are you using, Justin? Can barely hear you.
Handheld USB. I hear you. I hear you kind of low, but I do hear you. When you go.
Is there a volume on that handheld USB?
Okay, Al Diaz, humidity back east is insane. I'm going to tell you right now. Before the live stream, I went outside just to see how hot it was. And I made the mistake. We have a granite fence, you know, a little stone looking fence. And I made the mistake, hey, Nico Serial, and by putting my arm on it. Needless to say, I almost thought I heard skin frying.
Testicular fry basket.
Look, I laid my arm on it and very quickly I took my arm off. And what I did notice about being outside and back, it was at 97 and it felt like 107. What I did notice, everything had heat permeating off of it. Even the cars.
Radiating heat, yeah.
The car, and it was like, you know how you have those little heaters with the coil?
Yeah.
The car I walked past was like, you know. It's hey, what's up,
Mike? Me with my own car. I leaned on it.
Eddie Nunez says he was out here in Rockaway. Next time you come to my town, man, and don't let me know. I'm going to tell that lady that rides up and down the beach to look for you.
And also, everybody, make sure you hit that like button.
Yes, please.
Hey, I want to take a minute and give a shout out to a good friend of mine who's up near you guys. Or no, he's further south from you. Shaquille, Shaq, you in the house, brother? Just want to say hi. Represent. Type your name in there. Everybody, go check out his YouTube channel. He's an amazing guy.
Yes, support each other, please.
He could use a lot of support right now.
Mike
Shaq, you
Rouse.
in the house?
Hey, Mike.
Mike's there.
Mike, you want an invite? Just give me a one. You want an invite, put a 1, and then we'll bring you in as well. I have no problem. The more the merrier, actually. But we do have a topic we're gonna bring up at some time and point, and that is what kind of backpacks and stuff do you guys carry your drones with? What kind of cases, etc. And if you're thinking about buying any type of case, we have a few of them you guys might want to look at. Amazon seems to be having a great sale on them. Herman actually put me on to them because I was thinking about getting a new case for my Mavic Pro or a GPC case for my Mavic Pro.
Well, I was just looking at them because, you know, I was getting ready to start filling up the garage again. And I was looking for a couple of cases, and I was looking around because I know everybody's going crazy about the GPC cases, and I remember at one point Pelican was the big name on the thing, and you know I told you I was in contact with DJI over here in Manhattan on something.
Yeah.
And, so I went looking at.
You want to bring? Hold on. You want to bring that up, or you want to save that?
What, the cases?
What you experience in Manhattan?
Oh no, I'm going to save that.
Okay. Okay.
I don't need a heavy influx. No, but
got you.
I don't know if you can hear me, but for some reason
that's better. It is better,
that's
Justin.
much better.
A lot better.
But for some reason, my USB mic doesn't show up. It's only showing the microphone on my camera.
Oh,
that's crazy, but okay.
But yeah, so what I was saying, I was just looking at some cases, and I thought about this to add to tonight was that, you know, for you guys like me, you know, that don't like carrying your drone in a purse, there was a couple of different cases for the Mavic Pro.
Man bag.
Yeah, whatever.
Man bag.
Purse, you say hand bag.
With our lettuce wrapped sandwiches.
I say merch.
I can't run that past my father. It's a don't float with him. I can't float.
I can't either.
Yeah, I can't float that one past my father. That's a problem every time.
So I
can
give you a bit of a solution though.
What?
I went to Craftsman, and those little it's not a canvas, it's a hard-sided bag, but it's cloth. It has inserts inside the cloth. So my man bag says Craftsman on it.
But it's still,
argue with that.
But hold on.
He'll tell you that's a tool bag.
That's
fine. And you know what I got in it is my tools, and my tool is my drone.
Oh, okay.
He'll tell you it's a tool bag.
That's right. My wife calls it my man bag.
Or a merch.
Well, yeah, they have for the Mavic Pro and also for the Mavic Pro 2 and Zoom, the Nanook 920. And for the Mavic Pro, Nanook with Amazon had a great price on that for $68.
Yes, I can bring it up, and what I like about it, for $68, that's not bad. Seriously, only because for if you have a Mavic Pro, it's a decent price.
And it's only $109 for the 2 and the Zoom.
Yeah, this one here. Now, the only reason that everyone averages anywhere from $70 to $100 for some reason in these cases. But what I've come to find out is certain colors cost certain prices.
Colors cost more.
Like this one right here is $68.71 because the color is olive. You know, so
what happens when you click on a different color on that?
Yeah, certain ones the price varies for color.
Right. Yeah. If you care about what color. I mean, and the olive is a dark green that you can barely distinguish between other types of greens. It's really a drab, dull military olive color. So if you don't mind having an olive case and you have a Mavic Pro, that's a decent sized case. $68. I mean, come on.
And it's
now GPC also has.
So the issue the issue that I have with most cases is none of them seem to fit the mounts that we're all using.
Yes, I have the same thing. I have the same exact piece right there.
When we all have these, why aren't these case makers going, hey, we got to fit that in there too somehow? So I'm just saying, somebody finds a case that'll hold this as well.
Right.
I'm in.
But you know what? I see what Paul has there as the G.
We got that one on the list too, Paul.
Yep, that's the GPC case. What I like about it is the insert comes out. You can put an iPad, like a big one, in the bottom.
What's that?
The insert with your drone and everything lifts out. It's got its own straps. And down here, you can put in an iPad or whatever you want. It's got little inserts where you can pick out whatever size you're going to put in there.
Yeah, we got the link for that one too.
Yeah. Then this just goes right back in like that.
Okay.
That was the second one on the
Yeah, Herman had sent me a bunch of them. And now see, what was a real deal breaker for me was the fact that they have this. Hold on, let me just.
But Lawrence, you're 100% on. I bought this, and it's probably just going to sit on the table. Maybe someday I'll use it because I'm using with this. I'm using the adapter and the large Crystal Sky Ultra.
Okay.
So it's like we're you know.
And
the Crystal Sky wouldn't fit in the bottom?
And the Crystal Sky will, but there's no place
for the mount.
Hey, what's up, Adrian Lee, man? Glad to see you come through. When you coming back to New York to visit, man? Vale, not Val. Val, I don't know. Is she still in Canada?
Yes.
They're still in Canada, right? Having a good time.
They're leaving tomorrow.
Which, by the way, next year, this time, there will be an event called Rajapalooza.
Yep, exactly. Okay.
Now,
and Lawrence is one of the organizers.
And those 4 guys on the panel will be good.
Well, only the one wearing a hat will be amongst administrators.
No, Lawrence,
you don't have a place for that in your case, do you?
You weren't at the meeting, Lawrence, when you were nominated. You were nominated and voted on as being.
Stop.
Yeah, they kind of. I think they did name you as like.
Yeah.
For some reason, Paul and both Herman seem to be experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. But what's going on?
So I remember that vote too, and I think I voted for it as well.
Yeah.
All right. See, you
I can't remember what he was nominated as the ambassador of for the whole event.
Look. I just like the name Roger. That's all I like.
I think it's a great name, but you promised to really make it big. And you went on and on about becoming worldwide and under your tutelage. And
no. You must have been talking to Mark then.
No. Curtis, didn't you hear that?
That's what I was hearing.
Justin, don't believe the hype.
No, Justin.
Mark was going to be organizing it.
Yeah.
Lawrence is going to be the spokesman, and he's going to direct all the traffic and
that's good, Big Mac.
MC of the whole event.
And Lawrence is going to be the man that's going to pull the strings and make it happen.
He's booking all the.
Hold on, guys. You may not notice, but I've been through that already here in New York in a group and in a Facebook group. I'm not going there again. We won't go into detail, but I'm not going there.
Well, hold on a second.
Herman, didn't you hear it that way too?
Yeah, I heard that Lawrence was booking the hotel rooms.
Yeah.
See, once again, they're experiencing technical difficulty. Please stand by.
But yeah, Curtis, Paul, check it out. There was
help me out of this, Justin. What's happening with my FPV drone?
Well, actually,
we can change the subject on these guys.
I'm almost finished.
I'm good. I'm glad because I need a bird to fly FPV.
Hey, Justin.
Go back to the Lawrence. We can
Justin, are you gonna work with Lawrence on his part of the deal because he's gonna be booking people?
Justin doesn't even know what you're talking about
and everything else.
I don't know if I should say yes or no. I don't know.
Justin, okay. Well, Val, Centroid Prime, and Coryman went up to visit Roger.
I see her Facebook post.
They went up to Canada and they had such a good time. Not only on top of that, Furball Kim got to fly some FPV, and you could see how much field they have. So,
and he is super excited about getting to
Paul.
do
that. Paul, Curtis, and Centroid are supposed to be planning.
Oh, that's not the way I heard it. Oh no! In fact. Hey, Justin,
they're trying to plan a meetup for us YouTube creators in Canada next year.
Up front, Lawrence was popping out all of these ways to make it bigger and better. And it went on for 10 or 15 minutes, didn't it, Herman?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So Roger decided to make Lawrence the hotel accommodations ambassador.
Justin, you know better.
Even better than that, he decided to make Lawrence the air boss when we're all flying.
Yeah.
So when we start screwing up flying, Lawrence is the one who gets to tell us.
Yep.
Oh, please. See, once again, that happened here. Just stop, Kurt. You're rehashing old memories.
We could actually go back to these cases, but I want to say one thing about that. I remember when I first met Lawrence.
There we go.
I was told they got this group. There's a lot of guys, man. They fly on the weekends. I was like, word? Where do they fly at? He goes, well, this is where the location for the next meetup is at. He goes, when you go down there, there's this tall guy, Lawrence. He runs the whole thing.
He did. You know, that was Elliot. He comes on here. Elliot.
No, the funnier part about it is that the week before that, I met the guy that was running the whole thing, and he never told me that Lawrence wasn't the guy that was running the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a little scary. But we're not going through that again. All right, I'm gonna sit back in the chair and freaking relax and watch y'all go through the loops and all that.
So I've done I think it's 5 or 6 events like this, and I'm happy with the end results, but I don't want to do it again. I'll help in any way that I can, other than the day of the event, because what always happens is if 50 people come up to you and they want answers of why this, why that, where's this, where's that,
or why didn't you do this and why didn't you do that,
or I could have, or afterwards it's why I could have done better. Why didn't you have me do it? And it's like,
yeah. When you were brainstorming,
like, where's the beer? Put me into the beer.
And you don't get to fly while you're there because everybody's trying to talk to you about something, you know.
Well, Curtis, then you understand my pain because I experienced that a lot.
Well, we understand your pain, but we still voted for you.
Yeah, and besides that, once you got on a roll, the old tendency came out. He was I mean, I didn't imagine this. You were pre-planning. You were talking about this.
You're about to get a timeout. Stop it. I'm gonna pull a Roger on you and give you a timeout. Stop it.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, Lawrence, JPC also has a case.
Yeah, they do. Let me see.
That's for 129 right now.
Paul, this is the last. Paul, we've derailed this conversation so bad we're not going to get invited back on those guys.
But I know. Wait until I get on Roger's show.
Right.
I just need to play back a few audio clips of you guys volunteering your services.
He's gonna snip and clip. I know how that works.
Yeah, he's gonna do some creative editing.
Yes.
Let's hear
more. Herman, you got a case? Is that what you're talking about?
Let's hear more about the case.
Oh no, I have a couple of cases for my drones, but I was looking at something else because I was looking at buying another drone.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's looking at getting another drone, Justin.
Is it a Spark?
No. It's not a Spark. Guess what? Take a guess.
Don't tell me
his name is Phantom Flight 101. And
he's gonna get a Sky. He's gonna get a Sky Dio.
Mavic 2.
No.
Nope. All of you strike.
Don't tell me he's going to the dark side.
Where? No. I was already talking with DJI over in Manhattan about something.
Inspire.
No,
I know what he's getting.
What? What do you think he's going to get?
Something that requires a man purse.
No.
Nope.
So, before you guys buy anything,
yes,
I might know something. I'm going to put a link.
Yeah, Adrian, he's thinking about another drone. You know what? Skydio. I was actually going to bring this up because Skydio is coming out with a Skydio 2.
I just put the link in the chat.
That's a nice little drone if you're into that kind of thing.
You want to know what?
You make it sound like it's gay or bisexual, or if you're into that kind of thing. It's like,
no, I'm just
insinuating. If you're into that kind of thing,
to each their own, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying if you're
like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying most times when I go out with a drone, I'm not,
Sunday nights with those guys do not express the same feelings that some members on the panel may express.
Mainly that guy in the center, Herman Green, right there.
I'm actually on the end on my side, so
yeah. See, we're all mixed up.
Well, when you're looking on the YouTube channel, you're over there. I don't even know if I'm pointing in the right direction here.
You might not be.
You know what?
Probably
because
I need to point the other way.
In the chat, I'm actually in the upper left-hand corner. Herman's in the middle, and you're on the upper right-hand corner.
Yep.
Paul is on the lower left, and there you go. There, now you're pointing at him. There you go.
Yeah, I got him.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see how to do this. Hold on. Wait. Am I going in the right direction? I don't know.
You're giving somebody the elbow is what you're doing.
Oh. Never mind.
Easy.
They just picked up a refurbished Anafi on Amazon Prime. You want to know what? I like Carrot drones. The only issue I have is paying so much money for a flying piece of styrofoam.
Oh, you're talking about the wing?
Yeah, they have great cameras. They do have great cameras, and they're very good with video stabilization. They have the best in the market on video stabilization, better than some of these GoPros and other action cams. But hey, what's up, Rick Halliver? But they are the Anafi. I guess if I had one to fly, Billy Kyle said he replaced his Mavic Air with an Anafi so he could do close-up inspections from below because of the camera angle. Lifts up, I think, 45 degrees. So he got it for $490. Okay, yeah, that's a steal. That would be a steal then. But getting back to you, Paul, you're earning a timeout. I'm gonna start a strike system here.
What?
I'm gonna have a board. We'll put up a board. Paul stamp.
I'm sitting here quietly like Justin.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I see you're not gonna cover this case, but that's all right.
Okay, let's get back to.
All right, everybody, take a breath. We're gonna go back to
Herman's case. Which case are you talking about?
Because the reason why I brought these set of cases up was that I felt that these were like the three of the well-known manufacturers of that everyone knew, which was Nano, GPC, and Pelican. That's why I brought them up. Plus, I was thinking about getting that the Mavic Pro 2. So I'm not sure. You had the
Wait.
Yes.
What happened?
You said you was thinking about getting what?
Yes.
This case to get the Mavic Pro 2. I can't walk around with that purse.
Yeah. I told you.
So you mean Phantom? Hold on, Phantom.
Yeah.
Flight 101 is going to be flying a Mavic now.
I was in
Mavic 2.
You're crossing over to the dark side.
with the people over at,
Hey, Cool Bick, did you hear this dude? He just said he's thinking about getting a Mavic too, man.
Here we go.
Crossing over to the dark side. Hey, Joe.
So now is he have to change the name?
There'll be a spot for you and those guys.
Flights 101.
Can I finish my statement, please?
Yes.
Mavic 2. I rest my case.
If we can get through this, you'll understand why I brought this up.
See there's the Mavic 2 in color right there.
I'm walking away now. I don't want to hear no more about this damn Mavic 2.
Well, you can walk away if you want to, but how you gonna put the link up?
That's a nice picture, Curtis. That was with the Mavic 2 Pro, right?
Mavic 2 Pro. Yes, I took this with the Mavic 2 Pro. Just share this.
This picture, when you look at it on the cell phone, it does it no justice.
Yeah, when you zoom in on this thing, it's pretty cool.
On the computer.
Oh, by the way, that's me. That's where I was filming from.
Okay.
But yeah, of course, on your phone, it's not going to do it any justice.
Very nice, very nice.
This is nice, Curtis.
This is what I was taking photos of when I got the copyright. So what I did was a live stream, and during the live stream, I also stop and take photos of stuff. For those of you that don't know it in geography, Seattle is not the capital of Washington.
It must be Elliott. It says Dracula.
Olympia is.
Dracula, yeah, it's Elliott.
But something like this is all the reason to get yourself a Mavic 2 Pro, and then it can become Mavic Flight 101 or Mavic 2 Pro Flight.
No, because that's what
I'm. Why don't you just call it Favic Flight 101? Half Mavic, Favic Flight 101. Damn.
If you would stop and listen,
I thought he said something else. I can't believe it.
I said I was looking to get 2 drones, but that's why I started looking at these. I looked at other things before this for the other drone that I'm getting. That one's a definite. This one is a maybe.
Yeah, I'm speechless.
So how many drones should the average guy have? As many as he can afford.
Right.
Pretty much.
I think you're on to something there, and don't let anybody talk you out of it. I've flown just about everything that you can fly.
Well, we already know you're on DJI's payroll. Stop it.
Nope. I flew a line. I flew Walkera. I've flown.
Hold on, Kurt. Do you own You own a Mavic 2 as well, right? And you too, Justin.
The photos I just showed you were a Mavic 2 Pro.
To everybody in the chat, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 slots on the panel now. If you guys would like to come on, because these guys are all muted. They all fly Mavics, including Herman. I can't hear none of y'all. Just cut it out.
Like I was saying, was that
I have.
Matter of fact, you know what's the worst part about this? He has a Mavic.
Oh, he does?
Yes, and he flies it.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We gotta mute him.
I don't have a Mavic 2. I have the old.
What difference does it make?
Oh man.
That was the one that taught you how to carry a purse.
That's right.
Hey Rick Howard, thank you very much, man.
I have never carried a Mavic in a Murs.
Was saying.
So you're saying that everyone's been carrying a man purse since the Mavic 1?
Keys out of the room, please.
What happened?
No, I said everyone's been learning how to carry a man purse since the Mavic 1.
Oh no, before that, but I'm just saying for your drone. It used to be a hard case or a knapsack.
You can call mine a man purse if you want, but it's made by Craftsman. So
it's a cool bag.
And Lawrence, this puts a new light on it now that we know that you're flying a Mavic.
And he's got the bag you sling over the shoulder.
Right here, Mavic Pro.
Oh.
Now that looks like a purse.
That's a Merce.
Kurt, don't make me give you the bird, man. Look like a Merce.
Hey Lawrence, we love you. You know that.
I do. Why is Dracula?
Probably having the same issue I was having connecting the mic.
Oh.
There's his Merce. Curtis'
Lawrence wants me to tell you so badly. I was talking to DJ.
But see, Kurt, you can get away with that, Kurt. You can get away with that. That's you can't call that a MERS.
Everything fits in there. Even my cigar case.
Uh-oh. Look out. See that?
Is someone trying to connect through their cell phone? Because that looks like a cell phone number.
Yes, that's me.
There's what I carry mine in right there.
How come you don't have vision?
Well, you got one of those bags, Paul?
The NRA.
NRA,
there you go.
yep.
You know that fits right up there with Craftsman. You can't say.
Elliot, how come you don't have a video?
He has no video.
I don't know. It's the link that you sent me. That you dial a phone number. I tried the other way, but it wasn't connecting.
I'm going to send you a new email. Give me a second right now. I'm going to send it in a few seconds. Paste.
Yeah, like I was having issues when I was first logged in. It took me 15 minutes to actually get on. I don't know why. Because at first it wouldn't even load Zoom.
Yeah, that's trying.
You having a problem getting on?
But to do it while driving is.
Oh well. See, then.
Wait a minute. You're operating something and talking.
I can do. It's like walking and chewing gum.
Elliot.
Tell that to them 5 drones.
I have one of those cases too, Paul.
Hey Herman, and you got one, and everything fits right in there, and then that goes in that bag, standing up like this.
Right.
And right next to it goes the controller with the crystal sky.
Hold on, I want to show you.
If I buy one, I'll still be having it in a hard case.
Hold on, guys. I want to show you something. Maybe this is
the
so anti-Mavic. A member of the NYC 5-Borough Drone Meetup donated some Mavic Pro bags to me.
Are they plastic? Is that it right there?
This is everything that he donated.
Himself.
Okay, here's one case. Okay, here's another case, Paul, like you're talking about. Here's the Manly MERS. Here's another one for the controller. Here's another one for, looks like controller and batteries. And one more for the Mavic Pro by itself.
Yeah, well, I've got those too, but you got to have something to put them in. Otherwise, you're juggling all these cases.
Lawrence, you know what you look like with that bag over your shoulder and a selfie stick in your hand? You're gonna get got at the corner.
Yeah, European guy.
Like you're gonna get got on the next corner.
You know what? I'm about done with you. I really am. Oh, got some new
case.
Hey, Lawrence, thank God, Lawrence, you have a sense of humor.
I got it. Be messing around with Herman's behind.
Real quick before you get into anything else.
With anything else? How?
No, this is to continue on with what Curtis was talking about, the copyright hits.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, he's breaking up.
Right hits on videos. Huh?
You're breaking up. Try it again.
No, what I was gonna say, you were speaking about music copyrights on your YouTube videos.
Yes, sir.
I've been getting, for the past 2 weeks that passed by, I got 5 copyright hits on my videos that literally have been posted probably like a year to a year and a half ago.
So we found out about that when we talked to Andrew this morning. I don't know if you're not familiar with Andrew from Pusa Studios. He really digs deep to find out about all this stuff. What happens is a music company will own some music, and then they purchase or they will sell the rights to that music to another company, and then that company comes in, and then they will give you copyright problems or copyright issues.
Yeah.
You want to know what? I can't say what I really want to say, but it has to do with poop. Okay, that's pretty much it. As far as what they're doing to you, they never used to do that before, Kurt. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've gotten stupid copyright hits, like I said, from my earlier example. But it's just like I think it's very childish and petty. The video has 45, 50 views on it. I may, the folks in the chat may go watch it. I'll get another 10, 20 views out of it. Big deal. That's cool. But what do they want to make a big deal about this for? I don't understand.
Because unlike, no, I'm not going to go there. Never mind.
Well, because they can't.
Well, yeah, and you know, the other side of it is it's their sandbox. They get to play in it however they want.
That was like the other thing you were talking about when you mentioned that when we were talking about that, trying to do that continuous stream from one channel to the next, and said somehow we would get a copyright strike. And what I didn't understand was that if we're all agreeing to it, why can't YouTube understand something like that?
But that's the big issue, that they don't even answer questions. It's just copyright strike. That's it. You got to take your music down or change the music. They don't care about anything else.
Well, I know why that happened. And it was from what you mentioned earlier, where people would download somebody else's video and then play it on their channel. It was to break that up. So they look for duplication in videos.
I understand that.
But it's stupid because I got a copyright strike against 50 Cent, a rapper. I don't listen to his music, but I got a copyright strike from 50 Cent. The guy took my footage and put his music to that. Now, if you watch the original video, there is 50 Cent damn sure isn't on it. So how could I get a copyright strike if he's using my footage with other music? That's what threw me for a wrench.
Wait a minute, where was the video at? On your channel?
On my channel was a video of me flying Long Island City. It's a popular place where people fly. I put some music to go with it appropriately. He muted the music and put 50 Cent mixtape over it, and now I have a copyright strike because my video played with 50 Cent's music.
How did he mute the music on your channel?
I don't know, not on my channel. Somehow he has the video.
He downloaded it and then changed the music.
Right, he downloaded the video and added a music track to it.
Okay, but how did he get it back on? How the only way you copyright
posted it on his channel, right?
So he should get the copyright strike, not
he
you.
Posted it on his channel.
Right, that's what I would think.
Which is what I don't understand, because the original video obviously does not have 50 Cent on it. So that video should have been played. Now, if they wanted to give me a copyright on this video that the guy was playing, okay, I could kind of see that. But they just said, you have a copyright strike. We're going to let you keep playing it because the artist allows it, because 50 Cent is getting paid for being played to my video footage. But I just thought it was ass backwards. That's all. I'm sorry.
You got to get a lawyer.
Well, no, if you look on YouTube, you do have the option to fight it.
Yeah, you have an opportunity to dispute it.
Yeah,
I do, but you know what? Since they added,
you could get kicked off of YouTube, which is
right. But since they added this copyright thing, I was notified that someone was playing my video, and because of that, I found out he was playing 50 Cent on it. And then it dawned on me about 2 weeks earlier, I got a copyright strike on the same video.
I think what may have happened is he claimed the video as his.
But right. He's playing it as his. But
you keep talking about 50 cents, but it's not 50 cents. What happened was he claimed there was a duplication of videos, and when they sent out the duplication to him, he said, nope, this is my video, I made it, so you got the copyright strike. You're clouding the issue when you keep saying 50 Cent. It has nothing to do with 50 Cent. It has to do with the video. And what you need to do is contest it and say, I have the original video, I have the stuff I edited together to make this video.
Well, what they're doing is right now it's actually pending, and what they're doing is I filed a claim for him to remove the video.
That's what you should do.
If he does not remove it after, I think, 30 days, YouTube will take the video down themselves.
Right.
They could look at the dates and see when your video was posted compared to
theirs. Well, they give you the option with your YouTube creator. When you upload videos, you'll see there's a copyright tab there. Always click on it. Didn't you find out, Herman, that somebody was playing your videos on their page or something silly to that effect? If I remember.
Well, I saw it because the person sent me a message, and when I went to their channel, I saw it.
Well, what kind of message did they send you?
Was it just compliment me on the video?
Yeah, that's
Mike Rose says I need 100 subs to fight it.
A lot of that's been going around. Like I would get emails from people saying, "Oh, I like your video. Do you mind if I use it in the short video that I'm making?" And I usually say no, because I feel that just by you saying yes, that's
you're giving them permission.
Giving them permission, and they could record that and say, "Oh, well, he said I could use my video."
Well, what did you say, Kurt?
Well, I was going to recommend that everybody say no, because it's not fair for me to say his name, but there's a good friend of mine who's just a drone pilot out flying stuff, and some of his aerial shots, he's flying up to it's in Miami. He's flying up to a condo, and it's actually his brother's friend condo that they were filming, and he put it on YouTube. This has turned into an intro on some porn channels.
Oh, wow.
So he flies up to this condo, very nice condo, and they cut to the scene where the guy and the girl are in the video doing their thing. But it's like, wait a minute, hold on, you don't own that footage. That's clearly his. So he's in court right now over this.
Wow. All I know is that because of the internet.
But now, somebody had asked him, hey, can I use your footage? And he goes, oh yeah, sure. You're just gonna put it on YouTube? Sure. And they ask him on YouTube on the comment section. So,
well, I've been asked twice on the comment sections. One video, a gentleman actually paid me $100 for 4 seconds of footage. Okay, and the other gentleman worked for a public school, and his students had saw my video on Orchard Beach, and they had asked if they could use a part of it in an app at the end of the year, sort of like graduation thing. And I was like, sure, you can, as long as you let me see the footage. You think
I would make that a private conversation and do it over email, not in the comments section of YouTube. If somebody wants to use your footage and you're okay with it for the use that they're going to do, have them email you and you work out the deal of what you're going to do on an email.
That's a binding document as well.
Because somebody else can come in and go, oh, they said it's okay for them, so sure, why not me too?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That does make a lot of sense. Okay, looking in the room, Rick Oliver did a personal shout out to you today on my channel, Friday. Don't know if you saw it yet. But anyway, you're watching Sunday Nights with those guys. We have a little less than an hour. Is Val going live and or Roger after the stream? Paul, you're muted. How are you muted? I don't know. Did you mute
Rick Albert? Yes, I do. I do live in Olympia.
Yes. They're going on tonight.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let me in, Coach. Cool.
I'll give him a call and double check the time.
Okay. All right, Ray. Send you a link too, man. Then you can get in here. Just hit send. Give it about 30 seconds, and you should be able to jump in. Are there any announcements you want to make, Kurt? Anything you're doing in the future? Anyone other than Roger Palooza?
That's a year away. You want me to make an announcement now of what you're going to be doing?
Hey, what's up, Port Clinton Duck? Thank you for coming in. No, I'm talking about your channel and what you're doing.
Right. But you said other than Roger Palooza, and I'm just saying that's what you're doing, and I'm going to help you promote it in a year.
No, stop it. Stop.
I'll talk about it on my show.
We're not going down that track again.
You started it.
So yeah, I've got Drone Squad TV going. I haven't done anything with it because I'm trying to rework some graphics and stuff. I want to get everything lined up perfect. I've done a couple shows with some folks, you guys included, and I have some things in work. I don't want to reveal everything just yet. There's some behind the scenes stuff going on, negotiations here and there, but I've got some interesting things that are coming up. I hope to have it ready to go next week.
Okay.
If not, the week after, I'm on the 10th, I have my company picnic, and I'm kind of waiting for that too, because our company picnic is the end of our financial quarter, our financial year, our fiscal year, so to speak.
Okay.
There's always these nice little bonuses for us. Last year it was $2,000. We did, I think it was 86 million. And I looked at the numbers Friday, and we're on track for $100 million year. So my bonus last year at the company picnic was $2,000. I'm thinking it's going to be $3,000 or $4,000 this year.
Oh, I hope it is whatever you want it to be.
And if it is, there's some new equipment that I'm going to be buying that will allow me to do quite a bit more.
Look out.
A new Merce, maybe.
The hard case.
He's gonna get a Craftsman.
It's gonna be Craftsman. My wife works at Sears, guys. I can't have anything but Craftsman. Okay.
Hey, look. Check this out.
Look,
There's nothing wrong with Sears.
Hold on. My wife works at Sears. You see what's behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Craftsman, man.
Oh, I do see that. And
there is no Merce involved in this.
That was some of the hardest time in my life when I worked at Sears, because I worked in the shoe department. And
Al Bundy?
That's horrible.
It's only horrible. It was
Lawrence Bundy.
Up until I became a assistant department manager. Then it became.
I think people just come in there and just throw all the shoes on the floor just for nothing.
Yes, man. Yes. Let me tell you, there's you know how to have clearance rack? Well, at the end of the night, I would spend the last half hour before shutting down, taking all of the shoes from the clearance section, which was about 8 racks, and putting them in one giant pile on the floor. And we would spend our closing night sorting out those damn shoes just for somebody to come in there the next damn morning and do it all over again.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second. Hey, Rick Halber, you were asking if I lived in Olympia. Yes, I do live in Olympia. Just curious why you wanted to know. Are you near me or something, or what's up with that?
Also, I confirmed by phone, Val's Life will be on at 7.
Okay, that's good.
From the Canadian location.
Ask her why she didn't come over here.
Remote broadcast.
It's her night to cook dinner, and I called her and she was right in the middle of fixing dinner. So
well, that'll be over. That'll be over quick, because all she's gonna do is wrap something in lettuce.
Exactly. You don't have to cook lettuce.
What's up, Cool Bick?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, Paul, you don't have to cook lettuce.
You don't hear you, Ray.
Refried beans wrapped in lettuce, I guess. I don't know.
See something now, Ray?
Got me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're low.
Real quiet.
I ain't on the down low, I'm just low.
Okay. All right. I was about to say, who you hiding from? You whispering.
I have a no one, man.
Okay. Anyway, you guys don't know Cool Bick. He's one of the New Yorkers here with us. And,
I deal with Kurt and Paul all the time. So,
him and Big Matt in the chat are responsible for me learning how to shoot with my Phantom 4 Pro at night.
Come on. Night flight, boy. About to be clear night. I got some tricks, boy. Some tricks.
We want to plan something very quickly, but I gotta send you a dress, and we'll talk about it later. Someplace where we're gonna fly.
You know where we gotta go, right? We gotta go by the Valentino Pier, the back streets we were before.
Yeah, Justin wants to go back there, Ray.
Listen, it's gonna be hard because UPS bought all that property, so they got a lot of that area closed off now.
That empty lot and everything over there.
Yeah, they bought like 5 lots over there. The old Walcott, the Snapple building, all of that they bought over there.
I'm gonna have to drive by it.
Wow, the secret spot over there.
Yeah, we got a good spot. I got another spot where we can go and fly over there, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gotta work this Zoom. I could get some good night footage with the Zoom.
Yeah, Matt working on that.
What about taking off? What about the roof parking of Home Depot?
Where at?
The rooftop parking.
Rooftop.
A lot of metal up
there. Rooftop parking of Home Depot.
It's a lot of metal, Ray's saying.
Yeah.
And unless you're taking off from like a 3-foot, 4-foot table, I would not suggest it.
Right. Yeah, I did my my Pelican case.
Later, Nico.
That was the only way to get
it. Thanks for popping in, bro. I appreciate it very much. Anyway, Ray, before you got here, these guys were kind of talking about Mavic 2s, and I feel like a foreigner here because I'm the only one. Well, Herman too, but he's talking about getting one because of Mavic.
Oh, you see my shots, bro. Only thing about the Mavic 2, I put the Phantom. The Phantom is knocking out any time, but you want to take the mic and get up real quick. The Mavic 2 Pro, you can't go wrong. The Zoom is another thing. Got Matt and Jessica got that Zoom thing.
Hey, Elliot, what are you doing there, man?
I don't know. Shut his mic off.
I I am driving right now to Country Park.
And once again, Herman said you're trying to do more than one thing at a time again.
I'm driving, man, and that Zoom app that you gave me, can't do it. You have to tap to talk every time.
Are you on an iPhone?
Hey, do the iPhone.
No, I'm on an Android.
You need to download the app. Go to the App Store and download Zoom.
I did. I downloaded it. But every time that you want to talk or say something, you have phone to talk.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but another quarter in the slot. We can't hear you.
All right, let me try it again.
Yeah, try to download the app from the Play Store.
Yo, go back to the Maverick 2, L. Listen, that's a great bird. So Herman, get it. You need to have a backup drone. I told you 1,000 times.
Anybody? Yeah, what I'm trying to say here, I was trying to tell Lawrence that while I was shopping for drones, I came across these cases that I was interested in, and I did a comparison check on a couple of cases for both of the drones that I was interested in getting. But we only got as far as covering the GPC, maybe up to almost covering the GPC case, because Lawrence couldn't handle
it. You see what I got, right?
Yeah,
the GPC case.
That's the same case. Yep.
What I got, boy, and the iPad goes underneath. You see?
Yep.
Had Lawrence been able to handle it and get past that part, we would have had the link on the screen where everyone would have saw that.
Yeah. Okay.
And there was also one from Pelican.
Yeah, I saw it. I see the Pelican one. I saw that one. That was the second to last one you sent me.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna have a backup bird, you can't go wrong with a Maverick 2 Pro at all. At all.
All right. Okay.
Listen,
I hate the color. I hate the color grading. That's the only thing. I hate the color grading on the Mavic 2 Pro.
But the problem with color grading, people's eyes are bad. They need glasses, man. That's the problem.
I got my glasses, Ray. You know that, man.
I know, but I'm just saying, and I proved that to people. No disrespect, right? You got a 10-bit camera there. You got so much colors in your style. You have to minus everything. You got to drop everything back. You can't have.
Right. No, you got to flatten out the colors, and you just got to
drop everything, minus everything back because it's too sharp.
Right.
If you see my videos and pictures, there's nothing wrong with them. You got to know how to work that camera.
Sounds like the reporter on the street.
Yeah.
I know.
Yo, listen, you know I had that before anybody in that group. Soon that shit was available, excuse my language, I was pressing that button.
He had it like the next day.
So was Paul.
I wasn't playing.
Paul was doing the same thing. He was like 3, 2.
I had them both. I had both the Phantom and I had the Mavic.
You're right, you did.
You had everything.
And I looked at the footage.
You had everything.
But I didn't crash it though.
You know what? You know why? You didn't have it long enough.
This dude, when it goes into the store to buy a drone, the drones in the storage closet be pushing the other ones to the front.
Oh shoot! You know I want. Hey, this is a family-friendly show. I am not going.
Hey, Curtis.
Wow.
But we named a maneuver after Elliot, called the Elliot. Anyone doing an orbit, we call it doing an Elliot, because he's the only one that we know that can orbit something and hit a building. Where you're not supposed to hit a building, he hit a building. Put it this way, when you usually do a point of interest, you're usually within a radius of anywhere from 100, 150 feet. What he was doing, I don't see how he could call it an orbit because he was so far away from the subject.
Trying to get the neighborhood.
Yeah, he's doing an orbit around the neighborhood, man. If you were to see this area where Elliot hit the building, you would be like, how the hell? He was 5 lanes away from the subject. 5 traffic lanes away from the subject, and he still hit a building.
Wow.
Well, let's just say we named the maneuver after Elliot.
The Elliot.
Drones just try to get away from him.
For weeks, we were going
die and then to get away from.
No, it's not like that, man. You know that it was.
Elliot, for weeks, Elliot. After that incident, we were going. Herman would go, "Where are you?" And I'd be, "I'm doing a half Elliot around the building. I'm almost done."
Oh.
What happened to the one after that, Elliot?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't remember.
To be honest, Elliot,
let's get Jose on the phone.
To be honest, Elliot, I'm glad you decided to stay on the ground with a camera. I'm serious. I'm glad you're on the ground with a camera.
Because now that we have our reporter in the street.
Sounds like he's strumming a guitar.
Just shut his mic off.
So, what do you want to finish
guys.
the stream with?
Okay, how you doing on the case thing there, Herman?
He hasn't been able to get out of case since.
Well, doesn't matter.
Backpack that he could fit the Phantom in the Mavic in.
Doesn't matter because after I was going to cover those 3 cases, those 4 cases, I was going to cover the cases for the other bird that I was speaking to DJI about.
Oh my God!
What's the other bird?
He's getting a Matrice.
No. I'm getting another Phantom.
Listen, man.
Listen. He's getting V.
Here you go, man. Just in case you need props on, props off, right up in the air, baby.
Yeah.
Put the props on. I do like
but
that.
Nanook, GPC, and Pelican, all 3 of them, the props stay on the drone.
Okay, good. That's what you want. Who the hell want to keep taking?
Hold on. So if we get a new drone, so what's gonna happen to the Phantom 4 Pro back there?
He's keeping it.
Nothing. I'm keeping it.
Oh.
I got 2 of them. Huh.
Yeah, he's keeping it. He's definitely keeping it.
Keeping it.
For sure.
Now, if you're interested in
3
standard
with a satellite dish on it.
Well, 3 standard with
like this.
I got a ton of these carbon fiber props that DJI approved. DJI manufactured props. Camera's in great working order. Shot about 5 videos and then I retired it.
Only flown on Sundays and nice days.
No, this thing was flying almost every day.
What's going on, Cool Vic? I saw you was up in Connecticut shooting. Where was that area, man?
Yeah, that's like in Danbury.
Okay.
I was at my family reunion, so one of the guys who worked out there, that was his house over there. So he says, "Yo, fly over my house." So I said, "All right."
Oh, nice area. It's just too many damn trees.
That's what the problem was, Dan. And you far out, you can't judge those trees from far out. That's why I was high as I was,
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what we do. We need to rent a bus and just take a trip, man. Like I'm telling you, because Xavier said they shot everywhere in Brooklyn. I said, bro, you don't know Brooklyn. That's why I can give you something new every day in Brooklyn that'll blow your mind.
I'm launching. Remember that footage that we got from the Williamsburg Bridge that night when you guys were showing me how to use the settings? that I have that footage from there and the footage from the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Was real nice. The footage at the bridge before you guys started showing me settings was like, okay.
Right.
But when I got to the Brooklyn Navy, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is how it's supposed to look. It looked like I had my glasses on, dude.
Yep, the glasses on, and you had it all hooked up right.
Yeah, so
I saw the video. I saw it.
What?
I saw it. But one thing I like to say about your video, like you play with the shadow too much. Don't mess with that shadow, man.
Yeah.
The shadow in videos is a no-go. In pictures, yeah. But the shadow in videos, you make it look gray. It looks too gray, it looks too hazy.
I'll have to look at that because I was wondering why there's a slight haze over the video.
That's your shadows. Keep your shadows down and slightly bring up your highlights. Just slightly your highlights. Don't worry about that shadow on videos.
All right, I'll
because you'll get that crisp look without the shadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a shot.
But your pictures, you want the shadow because all those dark trees and the outside of the picture, it'll brighten goes up with the shadow on with the light room, you know.
That would be interesting to know. You Curtis, and you Paul. I haven't seen any stuff from you at night, Paul. But Curtis, when you shoot at night, you do shoot at full auto, correct?
Yeah. I shoot an AB5 bracket, and then I usually pick the best exposure. I don't want to risk getting the wrong exposure.
Okay, because see, I'm just learning this Phantom 4 Pro, and this aperture thing is new to me.
And another thing, I noticed, not to cut you off, I noticed when you put it on auto, you only have one part on auto. You don't have everything, on manual. You don't have everything on manual. So when you have everything on full manual, every time you click that wheel, the shutter speed change, the aperture change, and the ISO. With the way you had it, only the shutter and the ISO was changing. You have to click.
Yeah. I had
all three of them to change. You know what I mean? You want to operate all three of them. You know?
I still Matt showed me you have to go in opposite directions.
Right, that's what I told you, right? With the shutter.
Aperture's down,
right,
the shutter has to go up.
Right.
Once I got that concept, if you see the footage, the video that comes out tomorrow, when you see the Brooklyn Navy Yard, that's like apple crisp.
Yeah.
And the footage over by the bridge, it looks like you're looking through muddy water at some points. But
check it out. You know what I do, Al? Half those videos I put up, I don't even color grade them. They come right at the camera like that, bro.
Yeah, but aren't you shooting in decent light?
It's the style settings that I have. I might probably bring up the highlights a little bit in the nighttime, but that's right out of the camera, just like that. I just run it through Premiere just so I can make it an MP4 file. That's all I do, bro.
But can you put that picture up? Can you put up one of those pictures from the fair?
Oh yeah, hang on 1 second. Let me go.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that shit is dope.
I wanted to point out something, and a lot of photographers I notice, not in your video, but I'm going to point out what I believe they don't do. And
talk about that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's dope.
You see how everything is focused on the park itself, and it extends around the curve, and everything is smooth. I see too many people with the center of their screen focused, and everything else blurry.
Yeah, because they tap in the focus. That's why they tap and focus one spot.
Now, Curtis, in this you use manual focus.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to use manual to get everything like that.
Hold on. Okay, I don't mean to or change things. This is a wide shot, so yes, you want to get everything in focus here.
Right.
But if you're uptight on something, it would be different. I would, like, if I was down on that Ferris wheel or something like that, I would want that Ferris wheel really focused to pull your attention to that.
Blurry.
In this particular image, I wanted everything in focus because there's an expanse, there's a curvature to the video. The little stuff that's in the water down here, the little buoys and stuff. They had a little golf thing where how far you could hit a golf ball out, and I wanted to capture this entire scene. So I went to a manual focus on this particular image.
And you was on a high angle where you saw everything. Why? You wasn't particularly sharp on one subject. It was like the whole picture you wanted sharp.
Yeah, I wanted everything sharp in it.
And that's in manual, L. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're doing tap to focus on auto, you're only going to get whatever you tap. That area going to be sharp. Everything else.
I'm realizing that, and I found that out at the bridge.
And one more thing, L. Those red lines, keep them red lines on, bro.
I don't like those.
I know, that's why you're never going to have a
lot of people don't like them, but
you want to know what? I don't like the fact that I can't see something moving towards.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. You too much into it. Don't worry about that. Don't see it. When your shot, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Leave that red on.
I actually cheated. I left the red on, got it focused, and then cut it off.
Okay, and you can do that in the settings, right? If you don't want to shoot manual, you go auto. Copy your setting and then go manual. That's how you understand like that camera, man. That camera's tricky at night, you know?
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Go lay down, man.
Nah. Go eat some popcorn.
Paul was out for a few seconds there.
I was listening.
It's kind of hard when you hit 20 live streams a day, isn't it?
Well, no, it's this power outage thing. It's like I was up last night until 4 o'clock this morning. Then I had to get back up at 6:30 and put more fuel in the generator. Then I went to sleep for about another hour, and that's about it.
And how far are you from the nearest town? You don't mind me?
I'm in town.
You're in town, and it's a power outage like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
You want to know what? Here in New York, when the power's out that long, they say, let's hurry up and put the power on before they come into the streets.
Well, did you hear about Massachusetts? The police were begging people not to do any crimes until the heat wave's gone.
Oh, yeah. They did have it on the news. They said, please do not do any crimes until the heat wave is over. I did see that on the news, Justin. That's funny.
There's my power outage.
Wow.
I'm located right here.
Oh, wow.
You're right in the middle.
Oh, well, that sucks.
So you have some way back up?
Here's what they're saying though. It's been out since 9 o'clock. Yesterday at 7:30. Out since yesterday at 9.
At 9.
It's supposed to be back on by 7:30, which means an hour.
I don't know. That don't sound too good to me.
Me either.
But you're running on generators anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
When we had that big citywide outage, what was that? That was a while back. What was that?
That was over 20 years ago.
No.
Not that long. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Not that long ago.
Listen, Herman, not to cut you off, I'm the only one on my block who had a working phone.
Oh, the dial-up. Yeah.
I could use their phones, but me, everybody was outside my house was using my phone, bro.
It was funny. They had a guy with a truck with ice pull up, and people were buying bags of ice. And like 20 minutes later, the power came back on.
Wow.
Ice melted.
You better get out of there.
Yeah, true.
Ask for their money back.
Hey, what's up above and beyond?
Now, I remember that. Talking about not committing any crimes until the heat wave is over.
There's no such thing as late above and beyond. The fact that you popped in is very much appreciated.
It's nothing like the blackouts that happened in Brownsville in the 70s, man. Those were blackouts.
Not just in Brownsville.
Well, I'm just saying where I lived at, those are some blackouts, baby.
I remember the one, what was that, 77?
Yeah, baby.
Well, the people got the supermarket, boy, I tell you, it was bad.
Well, I ain't no baloney, boy. Baloney every morning, baby.
Out here, it's not the summer that kills us. It's the winters because it gets so cold. We get the frost on the power lines, and that's when the power goes out. Oh, man, there's some people get really upset around here, too.
Oh, well, that's like it is in New Jersey some parts, man. Tree go down, everybody out.
Yep. You would think as many trees as we have out here. If you ever go online and look up at the Pacific Northwest and see some photos, we have 300-foot trees all over the place. What? Yeah. I got 7 300-foot trees in my yard.
Fucking 700-foot tree. Damn.
Dude, all I'd say is...
So, yeah, when those things go down, it's bad. I mean, and they look like Christmas trees, every one of them. They're all pine trees.
It goes down. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You hear it all the time out here because the water, the roots system is very shallow, and we have so much rain that you see it all the time on the news. Yeah, so and so lost a tree in their yard, and it went over, and now they've lost their house, and all the power in the neighborhood is out. We get that all the time in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
What are you showing us, Paul? Oh, you're looking for ships.
Yeah, there's a ship I'm tracking right now. It's doing about 7 knots. That's just at Marysville, which is the next city just south of me. And if you look over here at the scale, 5 miles, so he's about 5 or 6 miles from the Black River.
So within about the next hour and a half, he'll be coming through.
Oh no, about the next I want to say 45 minutes.
Okay.
45 minutes. He'll go from here, and here's where I will shoot him is up here at the bridge.
I see one just left. Point Edward.
Yep.
If Jose lived out there with
Paul,
they would be best of friends.
You would, because he loves catching ships.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Out in New York Harbor, you would love it, Paul. You wouldn't know how to act out there.
He'd be probably waiting for you when you got there.
That's a strong possibility. Very strong.
You gonna fly?
Hey, Chris, at some point, sometime next week or whenever you have free time, I need to sit down and brainstorm with you on what do you use to make intros or pages with. Basically, I'm thinking we need an intro. We need an intro for those guys on Wednesday nights. We need one for those guys on Sunday nights.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm trying. I got my computer freezing up over here. I was trying to restart it. Sorry,
Curtis. You're the wizard.
I was saying I need some info on where to start on possibly doing some kind of intro. What do you use?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do.
Something like a 10-second, 15-second intro for those guys, or Wednesday nights with those guys, or Sunday nights with those guys, more or less universal.
Intros are kind of like vanity plates on your vehicle. It's not a necessary thing. Your content, and I know it sounds like I'm trying to downplay what I do, and I'm not. I'm going to turn it around here in just a second, but I want to point out, because a lot of people say, "Oh, Curtis, you're trying to sell your services." No, actually, I'm not. I got plenty of business, and it keeps me busy, but you don't need a big flashy 3D logo. And my prime example is the guy that everybody knows on YouTube, whose name for some reason escapes me right now, the vlogger that was real big for a few years. When on his video, all he has is flat text. It puts up on the screen what episode this is and where he's at and the title, and that's it.
Right.
And he's right into the content. What a intro should be is an interesting reveal of your name, and that's it. It shouldn't have a web address. It should not have contact information.
Okay.
The idea behind a brand is that somebody has, for instance, somebody's come along and they watched your video and they said, "Oh, I really like what these guys do." And the next time they come along and they see the intro to your video, they go, "Oh, I like these guys because I like their last video." So that's what the intro should be. And the reason you make it an interesting reveal is because you want them to watch it long enough to get used to the name.
Right.
The shorter the name, the better it is. If you look at the professionals, companies that have multi-million-dollar budgets, look at their names. You have Google,
everything's short,
right? You have Google, you have Dell, you have Ford, you have Chevrolet, you have Safeway. It's all one word, and it's all tied together, and it's all nice and neat. So having said that, the 3D stuff that I do is it's complex as far as doing it. It takes about a week to do. And it starts off with, okay, you guys want to do something. Then first thing we start talking about is what kind of font are you interested in? And the font will sometimes define the direction you're going to go. If you want like a sci-fi font, or if you want a cursive font, or, whatever kind of feel that you have in the font, that will give me a direction to go with.
Okay.
From there, we sit down and discuss, do you want like a classic style chrome with a black background, little lens flare kind of across the screen, kind of underlining it, which is actually the best thing to use. I do it a lot of real estate companies. I do stuff for them like that.
I'm not into the flash and the glam and stuff. It's just going to be something simple.
Well, no, it's not flash and glam. It's just a black background, maybe a little bit of texture to it or something like that, with chrome letters that slightly rotate into place. It's just like, you see, and it just says those guys, and that's it. That's really all you need, but that still takes about a week to make.
Oh yeah, that was Justin who was down in Florida above and beyond. We will talk about it, because I have a general idea, just something to pretty much hashtag those guys. Herman and I are determined to take over that hashtag.
Well, in your particular cases, though, Curtis, am I wrong that they need to actually have two of them? It could be the same, but it should say those guys with Novice Quad, those guys with Phantom Flight 101, because they're selling single brand, but it's two different channels.
No, actually, I would say make it the same. Because you're trying to tie each other together. The thing that you should do,
exactly.
The thing that you should do is you should both create playlists on your, and I haven't looked, so you may have done this, but the thing that you should do is create a those guys playlist on both your channels.
Yeah.
So that Herman on his channel has a playlist of all of those guys' videos that people can immediately watch. So they click on this one, they click on the next one, they go to Herman's channel, the next one they go to Lawrence's channel, and Lawrence, you should also do the same thing. You should have those guys' playlist where even if it is on Herman's channel, it should be in that playlist.
I got you. Okay.
That's the thing you should do, and then it should always be one logo. It should be a unifying thing.
That's more what I'm looking for.
The other thing that you could do that would only be a little bit better than that would be for you, both of you guys, to agree to create your own unique Those Guys YouTube channel, and everything Those Guys is on there.
I agree with a universal logos mark or brand, because that makes it generic, because then anyone could use it.
Right.
That's a member, you know. And
yeah.
you don't want to put West Coast. You don't want to put Michigan Those Guys. Then I've seen it happen with a few groups on Facebook, and what happens is everyone has a New York Those Guys. Everyone has a California Those Guys. And then they start branching off, and some branches do better than others. But with one generic logo, it seems the brand will sink in a little more.
Well, and you've been pushing Justin to do his own too, so that would allow you to use that when Justin starts doing his live shows too.
Hey, Centroid just said, hello, everyone. Thought I'd let you know I've decided to defect to Canada. Looks like Val's on her own. Centroid, you know you got issues, right? Before you get through the border, she's going to say he's carrying drugs.
So Lawrence, if you look at the intro on my video I just put out,
I like that.
I paid $5 for that.
Are you serious?
I'm about to tell you a website for that, L. Like, it's so cheap, bro.
All right, I need.
Well, I can. All right, let me take a minute and explain something to you guys, because you're going cheap on me. There are places you can buy a template. For instance, Video Hive is a great resource for a template. But let's say Lawrence sees something he likes on there. He goes, "Ooh, all I got to do is type in my name, and it fits right into this flashy thing that's made." So Lawrence buys it. It's $15. Actually, and let me back up just a little bit. Well, let me tell you this, and let me tell you about the licensing. Lawrence buys it. It's $15. He puts it on his channel. It looks really, really cool. Then I go around and I buy it because I think it looks cool. Now I got it on my channel.
Yeah.
So only thing changed is the text. It's the same damn thing. And then Herman goes and buys it, and he goes, "Oh man, this looks really cool." Now you got 3 guys with the same thing. When you go to Video Hive and you purchase those things, look at how many people have bought them. Sometimes it's 300 to 600 people have bought.
I'm looking at that now. 3,400 sales.
Yeah. The other thing is
particle reveal.
Right. So the other thing that people run into is they see the first price that comes up. The first license that comes up allows you to use it one time. That's it. You need to buy the extended license. So click on the extended license and see how much it is. Now, Fiverr.com. I hate Fiverr.com with a passion. There are, and I'm not saying everybody there, but there are a lot of people on there. And if you go through there and you look at what they're selling you, for instance, they'll say, "I can make this and put your name on it." So first of all, it's the same situation. It's just costing you $5 this time, and you don't have to do the editing. They're doing it for you.
Right.
But in this case, in a lot of these cases, they've got hacked software from Adobe. And I'm going to tell you right up front, I don't work for Adobe, but I have very close friends that work at Adobe right here in Seattle. They work with After Effects. You're affecting their job when you hack that software. So I'm not a fan of hacking software at all.
Right.
The other part of that is there's a lot of places you can download these templates for free. They're basically, one guy will buy it, and then he'll put it up on HostGator, but RapidGator or Upload.com or some of these file sharing sites, and they will download them from there. Then they will go on to Fiverr.com and say, "I'm offering you this intro." What you run the risk of is if you don't have if you don't have the PDF that comes with it, right. even if he bought the extended license, if you don't have a copy of that PDF, you can get a copyright strike.
Wow. Okay.
So
you need to do some research.
By all means, if you guys want to go cheap, I understand. I get it. but be very, very cautious when you do this stuff. This stuff is not cheap. The software that I have, the Cinema 4D that I do 3D graphics with, is $3,600. There's no way I can make a logo for you for $5 and break even. There's no way I can do it.
That's completely understandable.
The thing that I offer is a very, very customized a logo sting where I sit down with my clients and I say, let's talk about what you want to make, the impression that you want to leave with folks, the way that you want the name revealed. And I generally get two customers. There's the standard customer says, I don't want anything flashy. I just want my name to just nicely be revealed. Maybe a city in the background, or maybe it's on the side of a building or something like that. Or I want it, outer space and it comes around a planet. And then there's the Star Wars customer. The Star Wars customer I hate because they say, I want it to do everything that's in Star Wars in 5 seconds. Take everything that happens in Star Wars and I want it to be in my intro in 5 seconds. I want a flash here. I want it to morph into this, and then I want it to flip over there, and then I want it to go around the building, and then I want the building to turn into a dinosaur, and then I want this to go over there. And you're like, dude, I can do all that for you, but nobody's going to remember your name. It's all about your name. Everything else is inconsequential. Everything else is background. Your name is what is important. It's an interesting reveal of your name. That's all it is.
Okay. Well, I need to do some research. And Faye, what's up, Corey, man? How's it going? I need to do some research and see what we want to come up with. Well, I'm going out to visit Herman next weekend, but
I can tell you what I'm doing for Philly. And it's a very I came up with the idea and I pitched it to him, and he said, "Oh, I love that idea. That's really, really cool." But it's requiring so much of my time just to go through and find the correct piece of footage. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 to 5 pieces of his footage where he's like orbiting around a building or he's flying next to a building. Paul, go to sleep. Go take a nap.
Yeah, I know, right, Paul?
I'm looking at marine traffic. That's
okay. All right.
And marine traffic was looking at you.
But I'm gonna edit some of his famous sayings, like the "Oh my God" and put it to a beat.
Yeah.
And then look at the dynamic range. And then I'm going to take what he says, and I'm going to put it into text on 3D, and I'm going to put it on the side of some of these buildings and camera track it so it looks like it's part of the building, like it's a sign that's on the building.
Right.
So as he comes around this building, it'll say, "Oh my God," just as he says it. or look at the dynamic range. And then finally at the very end, he'll be, I've got one scene in mind where he pulls back and he says, Philly Drone Life, we're live. And it'll say Philly Drone Life live. Oh, I got the bird scene too. We're going to put that in there.
Okay.
Watch out for the birds. Oh my God. And it'll all be like 5 to 10 seconds, but it's taking me a long time to get it all together.
All right. I would like to see that.
By the way, if anybody wants to see my stuff, I can put a link in the chat. You can check out my.
You can do that. That's not a problem. Would be interested in seeing some of it. I think I've got this. I've been through your channel, so I get to see a little bit of stuff that you do. I don't see everything, but I do.
Copy link location.
What's up, Cool Bick? You still with us, man?
Yeah, I'm right here. Listen to him.
You looking tired, man.
All
right, so there's several.
Not tired.
Oh, this is stuff that I've made. For these are actually paid customers. It's not just stuff I just made up and put up there. There's like 5 or 6 videos, and it's all stuff that I've done in like a year.
The Marvel look.
Oh yeah.
Looking at the Marvel look, that's pretty hot.
That particular guy was doing he's a Marvel collector, and he collects statues and stuff like that. So he was wanting to do something along those lines.
Okay. Wait a minute. What happened here? I didn't mean to do that. I'm still here. I just clicked away from the chat room foolishly. Nomadic Bike is live. Pusa Studios is scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight. Val's Life is coming on at 7 p.m. right after me. So,
yeah, Rick, I've got that video downloaded, and I'm pulling some stuff out of that one. Just to finish that.
That's that ship I was tracking, and see what it's doing. It's going in for fuel. Damn it.
Oh, okay. So it's going to refuel before it leaves.
Yes. Yep.
So here's the part that kills everybody. It takes me about a week to do these, and I charge about $300. So just so you know.
Okay. All right. Nothing wrong with getting paid for skill at all.
Well, you share that cost with you and Herman, so then it brings it down to $1.50 a piece.
Right. So yeah, no, I get it all the time. People like my stuff, and the first thing they do is, well, you know, Fiverr is only $5, and I'm like, you can go to Fiverr, but here's the deal.
Yeah, but several hundred other people have the same intro.
Exactly.
Around the world.
Or they've hacked it, and they don't have a legal copy of it, and you could turn around and end up getting a copyright hit for it.
Well, there's some research we got to do. Paul, it's called cutting the computer off and going to hell to bed.
I'm good. I still got to be on here for a Val's life yet.
You still got to be on air. Then you're going to pump yourself up with sugar?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I just keep hitting myself, I guess.
All right. Let's see what's going on.
That was,
what's that, Herman?
But I was telling you, that was the one thing that I noticed about those things when everybody had showed them to me too, on how to, you know, get a logo done and, you know, an intro for your videos and stuff like that. And I was like, but everybody is like 20 people on YouTube using that same intro.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to do those. I mean, the intro that you do, Herman, is cool.
I did that myself.
I know the intro that you do where you come on and talk about Phantom Flight 101. That's cool. That's all you need. Yeah. You don't, like I said, what I do is like a vanity plate. You know, some people want that glossy 3D look to their thing, and that's totally cool. And I'm willing to work with them, but I'm also here to tell you, I'm not trying to make a sale. What you do is pretty damn cool.
Hey, brownie power, Paul.
Rick, brownie power?
2-bite brownies. I think it's time for 2-bite brownies.
My eyes are wide open, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the mom saying everybody's sleep. I said, Lauren said everybody's sleeping.
Everybody got kind of quiet on me. I hope I didn't bring everybody down when I was kind of covering that subject. It's just something that's.
No, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard when you hit 15 live streams a day, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Paul's got, you know, a reason. He was just up all night with the outage.
Yep. And I had, in the middle of all that too, Herman, I had a boat I had to do the edit on last night, a ship. So
I'll tell you this.
I got that done at 4 this morning.
As hot as it's been here, if we get a power outage, I'm not going to anyone's live stream. I'm just going to be angry.
We're seeing your screen, Ray.
Huh?
We're seeing your screen. You're sharing your whole screen.
Yeah.
Good. I want to show you something.
Well, don't show us nude photos.
Nah, I'll show you in the inbox. Lawrence, what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you. So how can I put up this picture on there? Take this off, right? Okay, I gotta turn that off.
You have to minimize those windows and just pull a picture up that you use.
Okay, I got you.
You can minimize those windows.
This one here?
Yeah, minimize all of that and just go to your picture and look at it. Right. You go to your picture, we'll see it.
See, I don't see the minimize thing on the right-hand side of the camera.
Why? Because it's Apple.
I should see hating right now.
Well, how the hell do you minimize it then?
You know what?
You go to another screen to do that.
Right, you go right. You
go to another screen. You got to call Apple for permission.
The only thing I see the minimize is on the new message in the bottom right corner. That's it.
It's the green dot. Those green dots are minimized. Right. But okay, now you pull a picture up, whatever picture you want to pull up.
Okay, I got you.
Nope, don't touch the top of the screen. Go to your picture.
Okay. Now I just see what you're saying. Say go to the picture that I want, like in the folder.
Yes, you want to show. When you click on the picture, we will see it all.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the other main screen back first. All right, so let me turn this off.
And after that, you'll be able to live stream.
All right, I see what you're saying. All right, I gotta change that back. If I can get it back.
What, you can't see what a picture is because of the screen, right?
Yeah, I gotta open the back. I forgot how to close.
Stop sharing and then find it.
Yeah, stop sharing, find it, and then,
stop sharing and then find it. Right at the top of the screen.
So stop sharing.
Stop sharing and then find the picture and then share.
All right. So how do you stop? You just press the new share or stop share?
Stop share.
Yes.
Stop share. Okay. Stop share. Okay. This Zoom is like it's a real deal, but you gotta learn this, boy.
Once you get it, it's easy.
Yeah.
I closed the whole thing out by mistake. That's what I didn't want to do.
And then it crashed.
At the top of the screen, you just have to click stop sharing.
The very top of the screen.
It's the top in the middle, actually.
It's like a little red box, isn't it?
Okay, I see it.
All right, there you go.
All right. Now, okay, that's what you're saying. Click the share and pick the picture. I'll bring it up, though. But I wanted to show you, like, it's this spot over in, by the Bronx. I think we should hit, man.
You sure you want to show that on here?
Yeah, because we cool right here.
We cool right here.
We cool, but there's 18 people watching that we don't know about.
They ain't gonna have the kahunas to go there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
You know, certain these guys, they need an entourage to go places to fly.
That's true. That's true. We don't need it.
Going certain places, bro. I already know that.
You have a valid point there. We just go.
Yeah, we just go, bro. I'll find
we don't see, but Kurt and Paul, when we fly here, we just say we're going here.
Yeah.
Because
just go, huh?
If you broadcast it, 20 people will be there before you get there and have the shots posted.
What took you so long?
Of what, yes. They'll be pulling out talking about what took you.
Who shot you?
Castle Hill Projects, the Bronx. I used to house sit over in Castle Hill.
Why? House couldn't stay by itself?
No, man. A guy had a house there, and he goes away for 6 months. In the winter, he goes to Florida, and then around April and May, he comes back up here. And in order to keep your house water from stinking, you have to run it pipes. You have to flush the toilets and all of that stuff. Because if you don't, when you do flush it, it smells like sulfur. So he used to pay me to go to his house, run the water for a while, and that's it.
Wow.
Listen, I used to make money on all my neighbors on my block. They said, oh, they had sewer smell coming out of their sump pump. I was like, yo, I got to do certain chemicals, do this and that. Man, I just ran the water. That's it.
You just ran the water?
Yeah, so I just run the water because you have to, those drains, they dry and they get gas come through them. You got to run water through them, you know?
Right.
Get that sewer gas going.
Exactly.
Yeah. What did you say happened, Eddie Nunez? That happened yesterday, LOL? What happened yesterday, man? You said you were going somewhere and 20 people showed up before you got there? You know how they do in New York. It's gully here in New York. If I say I'm going to Buster Brown's, I can guarantee you someone's on their way right now. They're in the car to Buster Brown's.
Couldn't you have fun by doing that, by baiting them?
You do sometimes.
Sometimes. Now Paul done blew us up.
Thanks, Paul.
Damn nabbit, Paul.
Now I can say I'm going somewhere and they're like, he's lying.
They don't take them serious anymore.
No, that's actually good. It's actually good. The only problem is here in New York, there are so many people, Paul and Kurt, trying to get that perfect shot that it's just become a competition as opposed to flying.
Right.
There was a time where we all flew together and we hung out and we talked junk after flying. Now, if we're having a meetup at 6 o'clock a.m., someone will try and get there at 4 a.m. to fly and get those shots before you.
That just happened.
By the time you get there, they're ready to go home.
That just happened, right?
What?
That just happened, Ray. Stop it.
Yeah, on Manhattan Bridge, on Manhattan Park. It just happened.
Yeah. It happens all the time, but we can't do anything about it. We love it anyway. You know why? Because no one can, I don't care. You could have 100 guys in the same spot, have the same coordinates, altitude, and everything.
Different.
We'll take the same exact shot.
What happened, Eddie?
What happened, Eddie? We're not going to go into detail, are we? Well, what happened yesterday? Something happened at the meetup, man. We don't know about yet.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Sounds like Eddie's being a little tight-lipped.
We want to sink the ship.
Listen, guys, it's 6:59. We need to do this drop so we can carry on over to Val's. I know I say I'm gonna carry on over, and I usually listen and eat dinner and then say I'm cutting the computer off.
Nothing wrong with that.
Look at
Oh,
this.
he says something happened over at the meetup yesterday, but we won't discuss that here and now. We'll wait for you to come on at some time. This show gonna be on fire.
I want to know.
All right, listen, guys, you ready? Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
We appreciate it very much for you guys coming in and hanging with us. Everyone switch on over to Val's Life, and we're out of here. Okay, we're not out of here until I stop broadcasting.